Right. Well, you said this is Dr. Ed Urbina,
Just how you taught us, really.
and you're gonna
We're
explain.
going to assemble one of our delivery units. We first lay the case on the floor with the company label top up. We open the lid and open this partition first. Remove the tripod. The tripod has a sequence of holes. We want the fifth hole from the top. The other way you can determine that is by following this line. So if you take it to this line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the others can follow suit. Once we've laid it on the floor, then we have a little kingpin here. This is inserted from the bottom of the base upward, and then we rotate it 90 degrees so it drops into the slot. And then below is a wing nut that we will finger tighten. Doesn't have to be on tight, just so that it's snug. This is to prevent the legs from collapsing. Okay? Once we have the tripod assembled, we'll set it here. We want the tripod set in such a way so that one of the legs is pointing underneath the table. We will then get our delivery unit. Beneath the delivery unit is a little slot that corresponds to this pin, along with a wing nut that will be tightened after the unit has been put in position. So we take our unit, we align it up and drop it into the slot. And then we take the wing nut and we finger tighten the wing nut. Doesn't have to be torqued on, just finger tight. Once we have that set in place, and we will move this about an inch or two from the edge of the table. Our foot pedal is going to be placed between the two legs of the unit. We then open the lid, and then we'll remove a series of hoses. All the hoses will go behind the bar. And so we take these two larger hoses, and they should fall parallel with the receptacle. We take these and set them into the receptacle. There's this hose here, a small hose. In our case is a white bottle that attaches to this fitting. We take the white bottle here and we will attach it to this little clip. There is also another hose we call our air water syringe. That hose is put behind the bar, and that's going to be placed here. On this side we have a small hose. This is going to fall through the little slot underneath the base of the unit, and it'll suspend from there. Then we take our large bulky hose here, and this receptacle here is going to connect to the fitting we just dropped through. This is a little quick connect attachment. You pull the sleeve back, insert it into the tube, and you should hear it click, and then pull back. You'll note that there's a little slot on the lid, and the slot corresponds to the adjacent bar that it'll fit against. We then take our receptacle bottle. This is the bottle that collects the patient waste. Now, it's very critical. I want to emphasize the fact that when you attach the bottle onto the lid, turn it till it just touches. Don't tighten or torque it, because it'll bind in such a way that it's difficult to remove. So just as soon as it touches, then stop. And then we will take our container, and it will attach to this clip here. Then we take our large bulky hose with the button facing outward, and it falls into the slot. Once you have that, then we simply close the lid, and we've completed our assembly here. And then we have our air power supply. Now there's two male receptacles. They look very similar. The larger diameter tube is going to attach to our airline supply. This one with the concentric tube is going to attach underneath on a chrome-plated receptacle beneath the unit. Tug slightly so that you're sure it's fit in place. The other one we will take and slide into position. And there our assembly is complete.
Wonderful. Thank you.